Well, the division's going to be tough this year. It's not just the Cubs now, it's the Milwaukee Brewers. I think the Brewers are going to be better. I think the Pirates and the Reds will be rebuilding some, but the reality is the Brewers have a tough lineup, and they made some key acquisitions. And the Cubs are not going anywhere, so the Cardinals are going to have to find a way to get there. I think Marcell Ozuna and some of the younger players that are kind of knocking at the door on the pitching side are what you hope fills that gap.
A lot of this is kind of built on hope a little bit. You know, they develop these young pitchers, and now it's time for them to put up and perform. Did the Cardinals do enough? Are these guys ready to take the lead?
Well, you never know if you did enough until the season actually starts. I mean, I think on paper you'd have to say you strengthened the rotation. You know, Michaelis is an intriguing guy with how well he pitched in Japan, and you think, well, maybe he's gotten over that hump and he could be a 4 or 5 starter and be a consistent guy and maybe better than that. You know, I think replacing Lance Lynn is tough because of the innings, but then you've got Alex Reyes, and so Reyes is, to me, the guy that we didn't talk about enough last year. I don't think I did. I don't think others did. We certainly mentioned it. But the Cardinals were where they were at the end of the year because Alex Reyes got hurt in January. That's my belief, because the expectation for him to be a number 2 or a number 3 starter would have made all the difference in the world. It would have made the difference of 4 or 5 wins. It's the playoffs. It's October baseball, and Cardinal fans, of course, like October baseball and are used to it. But Alex Reyes can be that dominant. I think his loss really was just tough to replace. So the fact that he's coming back and not necessarily ready at pitch number 1 of the season, which is fine, but when he comes back, I think he'll be a difference maker.
Can he bounce back from that Tommy John fatigue?
You know, bouncing back from that kind of surgery is not the easiest thing to do. I know there's a lot of conversation about how do you use him along the way. I think what I would hope that they would do would be the same thing they did with Matt Morris years ago, where, you know, coming back from injury, you just pitch him every 3rd day, 2 or 3 innings, and kind of work him back in. The idea of him being a closer, I don't like that idea, because that's strain on your arm, and I think that might put you backwards. So you have to be careful with him, and I think the best way to be careful is just throw him every 3rd day. There's certainly opportunities in this game for innings, and stretch him out along the way as that happens, and then, you know, get him ready for to be a starter, because I think that's what he is. He's got enough pitches, got enough durability, he's in good shape. You know, a lot of Cardinals are actually in really good shape here this spring. I've noticed Jed Jerko, you look at Luke Voigt, they're guys that have just really kind of paid the price to get themselves to that higher level, and that's, to me, that's a good sign.